Creative Vibe Studio Beats.
What is up? What is good? It's Brother Brew right here at Creative Vibe Studio, back at you with another tutorial. And today we're going to jump right into audio parameters, because basically when you start producing, you're going to want the sound right, and you're going to want to be able to record. So let's just jump right into it. Up here in this upper left hand corner, you'll see File, Edit, Add, Patterns, View, Options, Tools, and whatnot. Go down to Options, go to Audio Settings. All right, and this is where you're going to find all your sound cards, all your your ASIO cards, basically. They're called ASIO, but for short, we're going to call them sound cards because that's what they are. All right, when you drop down this menu, ASIO for All and FL Studio ASIO, you get those automatically if you get it from, or if you download it online, or you get the box version. Doesn't really matter, you'll get those. Now, like I said, you got to have an audio interface if you're going to be recording vocals inside the studio. Most interfaces are not plug and play, so you will have to go online and download your latest drivers. As you can see, I have my Focusrite right here, and then I have a USB audio codec, which is where I output my mixer. My mixer does all the outputting, so I do all my mixing and everything off of my actual mixer instead of my interface. You may not have a mixer, doesn't really matter. You can do everything off of your interface, doesn't really matter. Me, I just, the more advanced I got, and I just prefer the mixer because they get louder. And the one that I have is a Mackie Pro FX 12, and it's a really good mixer. So anyway, beside the point, let's get into how to set it up. This is very important. When you click on ASIO for All, there's going to be the same parameter window right here. When you click that, you want to make sure that the arrow is, and I would click on it, but for some reason, this new screen recorder that I got, it just turns off my mic, and then you can't hear me. So basically, when you click on, you make sure that this is, like I said, is on ASIO for All. Click on that window, and then make sure that all your arrows are pointing to whatever you want, output it and input it. At the same time, you're going to have to go into your computer, open up your control panel, go to hardware and sound, go to your sound. All right, now as you can see, my USB audio codec is enabled and everything else is disabled. You go to recording, you'll see that my Focusrite is picking up my mic and everything else is disabled. Make sure everything is disabled because you don't want to confuse your computer and the studio. Okay, so basically your control panel and ASIO for All have to match up. If they're not matching up, you're not going to get any sound. On a side note, when you start recording vocals, you have to use your audio interface, in which case mine, I have to use my Focusrite, one of these drivers. I think it's this one, maybe this one, either one. But anyway, when you do start recording vocals, make sure you have your buffer length down to the minimum. Sometimes going down to the minimum though will start making it will make your music kind of pop and your vocal pop and everything. So play with the buffer length and make sure you get it to where as soon as you speak into the mic, it's picking up your voice. Because if you have the buffer length too long, then you're gonna start having a delay in your voice, and you don't want that. All right, so once you do all that and you got everything corresponding and everything's good to go, then you should be able to hear your sound out of your studio like this. All right. Be able to hear the audio coming out, like I said, is coming from my mixer, and everything I'm doing as far as with mics are coming from my interface. So just make sure everything is corresponding and you'll be good to go. With that, that's the end of this tutorial. Hope y'all enjoyed it, and like I always say, let's get that vibe right. We'll catch you later on the next tutorial.